Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gilberto Silva, the Invisible Wall podcast. And today we have some surprise for you. Chin, friend of mine you are familiar with.
How are you, Chin?
Okay.
The time on a bad smell, I never go away.
He challenged me about some things. I don't believe that you have some things that you show us, the fans, some shirts you have changed. Just make a bit of challenge. But I said to him, I'm not so sure, but I'll bring you a surprise. And I brought him some things.
Yes.
But for him to see, but also for you to have a look, some t-shirts I have, swap after the game, some from the national team. We just exchanged shirts.
Some from eBay.
Yeah?
Some from eBay.
Well, this I think would work quite well on eBay.
I think you'd make a few quid on eBay with these shirts, mate. I tell you.
I said, make how can I say?
Yeah, sell them on eBay.
All right.
So for those not listening on the podcast, you need to go over to the YouTube channel and look at this. It's quite extraordinary what we've got. So we're basically in Gibber's flat in our apartment in London. And I said to you just before you went back to Brazil, I said, look, if there's any chance you could bring anything back from Brazil, whether it's a shirt that you won the FA Cup or World Cup in, or just a little bit of stuff you could bring us, just to show you guys like a bit about your career, really. And
you were not sure what exactly.
So many shirts, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shirts.
Would not expect that much, huh?
No,
did you?
No, you must have paid a lot for excess baggage. And then we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 unbelievable medals that I'm trying to stealing a few. So if any of them go missing,
I have cameras.
Okay.
I have cameras. Yeah. But you know what is it's quite nice because normally this is I keep it quite safe at home. I don't show it very often just for people not see that we are show off too much.
No, exactly.
But I think it would be nice just to have a good memories and show something up to the people who are following us and watching us, listen to us talk about football, but show something different from what we have done.
Yeah, and also, it's a great visual tool for showing people your success. Plus, I think it was also for the younger people that have maybe Arsenal fans or Brazil fans that don't know much, haven't followed your career that much.
Yeah,
obviously you've been retired for a bit, to actually show that you are a half decent player and you've won a couple of things.
Another thing is I want to mention, because all these things happen because I did believe. Because if you don't believe that you are capable of doing something, and this is what I always encourage the young people, when they want to do something, they want to achieve something, you have to have a goal and work out on it. In spite of, doesn't matter if in football, any other sports, in life, in school, but it is important to have a goal. Until 19 years old, I was not playing football for any club. I was working a factory, switch factory in my hometown, and then I decided to leave because I want to follow my dream. And all these things happen after that.
Yeah, well, this is just a small collection of your shirts, apparently, isn't it?
Yeah, is it? I have lots of t-shirts in my parents' house, and was quite. I was quite embarrassing when I went to my parents' house to take something, because they kept them all from since when I started playing for my first club, América Mineiro. That unfortunately the t-shirt of America is not here because it's framed.
Yeah, of course.
And but I will show you in the next opportunity. And but when I went there, I want to take something, but I was concerned about my parents' reaction. Say, not so sure if I take it or not, how they are going to react. But my father was nice. Said, take something home, and I think it's time for you to
get it out of my house.
Yeah, just clean and open up as space.
Yeah, so right, where did we start? I guess probably where it all started. Atlético Mineiro, right?
Atlético Mineiro. Atlético Mineiro was my second club. It's my second club. As I mentioned, América Mineiro is the first club, but the shirt's not here because it's framed. I didn't have any other spare one, unfortunately. But they know they are here in my house. And after América Mineiro, I played for Atlético Mineiro. And therefore, I went to the national team. This is a special club with special supporters, special fans, that they always embraced me. when I was there. It was amazing to play there. Even though when I played against them at América Mineiro, I really enjoy because the stadium we used to play, we call Mineirão, we could see the stadium shaking. Wow. It was amazing. You know, the fans, the way they support the team was something great. And this, not exactly this, but this kit was the last in my career.
Yeah.
Because Atlético Mineiro was the last club I've played.
Is that why it's the largest out of all the shirts?
It's a bit big. Not a few pounds.
Yeah. So what did you win with this shirt?
Well, this is a special one.
By Nando's?
No. It's quite nice. No, because we call Gallo is like, you know, how do you call him?
Cockerel. Chicken?
Yeah. Chicken. Yeah. But now this was the T-shirt. The number is 15. It's like my father used to play. It's like to pay him a tribute because he used to play amateur football. He used to play with this number.
Nice.
I chose this number.
And my name on it as well.
Huh?
It's got my name on it as well.
Oh, you have yours here. I'm not going to show much. Just, you know, to this mobile company. Maybe they come to us.
There you go.
Let's see. I know. But with
so
this,
did you win with this?
Yeah, with this, let's see where it is.
Don't do the medals yet. We'll do the medals later.
Okay. Well, in this last year, I won the local competition twice. The first time I went there, back in 2000, I stayed the first time from 2002, before the World Cup, and we won there the local competition. And when I came back, we won the local competition, Copa Libertadores.
Is that the first trophy you won?
Well, at America, for Atlético, was the local one, but the first trophy was with my first club. We got promoted from, we became champion of the second division, and got promoted for the first division, this back in 1997. It was a few years ago. Then, you know,
nearly as old as you, mate, so don't worry.
Yeah, and this was the last kit I wore.
So quite an emotional feeling when you see it?
Yeah, it is, you know. When you see here, you know, the Copa Libertadores, the champion, because
some people listening to this, there's a logo in the middle of the shirt.
Yeah.
Which is
as you see,
Copa Libertadores.
Copa Libertadores.
2013.
Exactly. This is the major trophy for the club in the whole history. Was great because I think the last major trophy they have won was like, I think 7-1. Wow. They were the first champion of Brazilian championship back, I think 7-1, something like that. After they won something in South America, how's it? Just forgot the name, but never mind. And this is like is the major trophy. It's considered in South America the Champions League.
Oh wow!
It's a big one.
Yeah.
I was
like a nice way to finish your career, then, I guess.
Wow,
home club,
very nice.
First club, second club, sorry.
Second club and the last club to play.
And the
Copa Libertadores, the major trophy. Play with alongside Ronaldinho again.
All right.
That's not so bad.
Name dropper. Right, yeah. It's not a bad way to start the show. Last shirt.
Yeah.
So then, I suppose.
What else do you want to pick?
Let's go for this Panathinaikos.
Panathinaikos.
Wow. It's a heavy shirt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite heavy, you know. If you we compare the kits nowadays compared to this one a few years ago, it's totally different, you know.
15 again?
Yeah, it's 15 again, you know. If you see.
Feels like we're signing up. Let's shake hands.
Yeah.
Signing the shirt. Nice.
Well, yeah. Panathinaikos was a great time for me.
Was that the second to last club?
After Arsenal was the third club.
Okay.
No, fourth club.
Okay.
Was the fourth club. After 6 years at Arsenal, I went to Greece, to Panathinaikos. And I had a fantastic time over there in Greece. Start from the first day I arrived, full of people waiting for me in the airport. It was crazy.
Amazing.
was amazing. I don't know, about 3,000 to 4,000 people wait for me in the airport. People jump around on the car, shaking the car. I said, man. But it was great. For 3 years, I played for Panathinaikos. Was great time. And therefore, I had an opportunity to play another World Cup back in 2010, South Africa. It was like, in Porto.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
We played twice for Confederations Cup and then World Cup in 2010. It was great.
Okay.
Great time.
Yep.
It's great.
Then we'll go. You can choose the next one.
You choose. You want to choose?
You choose.
Why not choose this big man here?
What we got here then, mate?
Patrick Vieira.
The man Vieira.
This Patrick Vieira is not Arsenal short.
There you go.
Yeah, it's when he was at Inter. We played against each other. And it was great. Patrick was, we had a very good partnership at Arsenal. And I've learned so much.
Centre midfield partnerships in the history of the Premier League, right?
Wow, it was amazing.
Shame you weren't both English. We might have had a chance at one of the World Cups.
That was good. Arriving at Arsenal and having him as a captain was fantastic. He's such a nice guy. And but on the pitch, he was a strong leader. A strong leader. When we see him tackling somebody else, we could not do something else differently. You have to follow him on his way of play football, his way of you show that you want to win the game. From the first ball, you tackle in, you get it, and you move forward. Was great. I've learned so much to him when I start. I think the partnership worked pretty well. Sometimes I made fun of him many times.
Go on, give us an example.
Yeah, because I said to him, you know why you were so good at Arsenal? Because I did all the hard work and just stayed there quiet and fresh. I did all the hard work, and they start laughing.
Because he knows it's true.
Yeah, it's good. Apart from this, the great player he was. What a great guy.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? So was he the sort of captain that was quite vocal in the changing rooms and things? Was he more the captain that would lead by example?
Lead by example, but it's a mix of not arriving in the dressing room and shout so much, but very specific things. But the example of him, seeing him work on the pitch, working hard, try to get in the ball, tackling anyone he could have an opportunity.
Fearless as well, because take on raw team anyone, wouldn't he?
No, fearless, but also the passion of him to win the game. This is when you see your captain doing this kind of thing, you have to follow the same steps. There's no other way. There's no other way. I think the attitude of him on a daily basis made everyone respect him very much and appreciate what he was doing on the pitch and cope with this situation, because some people can feel intimidated when you have this kind of a player. They may I'm frightened of not doing things, or I don't know if I do on the right way, I'm doing the right way or not. But he was relaxed because he helped people encourage the younger players as well.
So yeah, what a player, right?
Oh, fantastic. It's great.
Nice. Half decent kit as well.
Yeah.
Extra large.
Yeah, a bit. I think this was at Inter, but I think we played against him when he was at Juventus.
Okay.
We beat them.
Yeah.
You see, he didn't have me on his side to run for him.
It shows that the two of you are the best player, doesn't it? So, where are we going?
Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas.
So this was
Lucas Leiva.
Another Adidas shirt from Liverpool.
From Liverpool now.
Again, if you're listening to this on the podcast, get your butts over to YouTube, because the stuff we're going to be showing you is next level. It really is. If you're any sort of football fan, you're going to want to be seeing what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. Well, this Lucas Leiva is amazing because see his progress here at Liverpool was great.
He didn't have a great start, did he?
No, he didn't. And I remember once we were sharing room at the national team. He was not very happy because of that, and he was thinking about change his mind and change the club. And he came to me, I thought it was very, very kind of him to share these thoughts, his thoughts with me.
Especially as a rival at Arsenal.
Yeah, but it's like when you are there in the national team, you forget about your rivalry. If he was playing for Liverpool, I was at Arsenal. It was not the point for us. But the kind of trust he had on me to share this kind of thoughts, because it's a kind of decision if you make or not. But I told him, listen, why are you think about that? What's the point? You are in one of the biggest club in England or in the world, not in England only, but in the world. You're still young. You still have a lot of things to work and improve on your game. Be quiet at Liverpool and learn. Now you are just starting the club. Learn things from the others. I'm sure you are going to have your opportunity. And later on, after, I don't know, a few months, whatever, we start having chance and plays. I don't know how many games he played, but I played quite a lot after that. And when he left, was after I don't know how many years after this conversation. I was happy that he made a decision to stay in the club and enjoy very much his stay at Liverpool because he liked the club. I think the fact he was not play many games was frustrating him. I told him, be patient.
Did he get a bad injury as well? Did he get a bad injury?
I don't think so. I don't think he had a bad injury. This is a good thing. But sometimes players, when they come to the Premier League and don't play their first season, they become a little bit frustrated of not being playing. It's not bad. It's not bad because you want to play.
A chance to set in, right?
No, it's not bad when you are frustrated, because if you okay, I'm here in this club, when I play, it's going to be fine. But he was frustrated of not doing what he was doing before arriving here. And but I'm glad maybe somehow have this conversation and give him this advice of to stay here and be calm and work hard. And he did a great job for me at the club.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that when you went to Brazil or the national team, all the rivalries disappeared.
Of course.
Because about, maybe it was a year ago or more, Rio Ferdinand and Frank Lampard were pundits on BT Sport. And they were talking about the rivalries between the clubs because there were such weird rivalries between Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United. And they were saying the reason that the golden generation with Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney, Rio Ferdinand in the England team, the reason they didn't do successful was they took those rivalries to the national team, and the Manchester United players used to sit by themselves. The Chelsea players used to sit with them because there was such a fierce rivalry amongst them. They couldn't bring themselves to even sit next to each other at lunch, breakfast and dinner. Because now you can see why England didn't win anything those times. Is there anything that was kind of that the coach was Scolari at the time, was it? Scolari. Was anything he said, look, don't be arseholes, you're here for Brazil? Or did you just know?
No, you didn't need to say anything.
No.
Just the players get along with each other, because every time when we had to go to the national team, everyone enjoy that time there. We spend I'll give an example. In the World Cup, we had the dinner about 7 o'clock in the evening.
With the amazing desserts.
Oh, fantastic. It was lovely.
That's the first time I asked you that question. So, what's the best thing about playing for the national team? You said the desserts were always amazing.
Especially back in Brazil at Brazilian camp in Teresópolis. The food was brilliant. The dessert was special. But back to the point we were. Everyone enjoyed the fact of being together in the national team, represent the country, and enjoy the company of each other.
Well, I guess as the England teams were all playing in the Premier League, the England players were in the Premier League, you guys were all over the world.
Possibly.
So maybe because you're coming back together, it's almost feeling like coming home, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. But I'll give an example. in the World Cup, every time after the dinner, we start the dinner 7 o'clock. Let's say 7:30, everyone was done with that dinner, but we always stay about 2 more hours there.
Really, just
talking. Some players having a coffee, but talking about everything, general things. We stay maybe some little by little. Went to the rooms, but a big group stay there, talk until, because in Brazil it was quite common at 10 o'clock or 10:30 we have another kind of snack, before we go to bed. No, not dessert. A kind of snack just before go to bed. But we stay almost until this time again. We stay there about 2 hours talking, chatting, laughing, having fun, making fun of each other.
Yeah.
And this was the atmosphere between us. But I understand your point regarding the English players don't play here in the same league. Sometimes the rivalry here can affect. But this is something, I don't know. It's difficult to compare and also hard to say, don't let this affect you. Because we have seen the other day, for example, the incident from Sterling, Raheem Sterling with Joe Gomez. And exactly, maybe this kind of rivalry, because they have just played the game against each other at the weekend,
isn't it? Yeah.
And then they have a goal on each other, which afterwards I think Sterling apologized, came and
he took full responsibility. But
exactly.
I suppose because Chelsea, the time it was the club players I mentioned, it was Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United. They were all playing each other all the time, and I was trying to think. Well, actually, you were playing with Roberto Carlos and Ronaldinho, who were playing in Spain. So you weren't really club rivals.
No.
However,
really.
Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho, and Ronaldo were the biggest rivalry in football, Real Madrid and Barcelona. Yeah. So if they managed to squash it, it's interesting, isn't it? It's quite a bit more dynamic than you actually kind of think.
Yeah, it's true. But it's always depends from the person, on the kind of rivalry you've got. But that time, I understand your point when you say, for the English players being here, most of them in the Premier League, for us was a little bit different. Some were in Italy, was here, and some in Spain, maybe a few others in the different leagues. Maybe don't make it this rivalry so big, Well, we always have a good time.
I guess it shows the how well Gareth Southgate is doing, because the rivalries are still there. It goes to show how well Gareth Southgate is doing, breaking those barriers down and getting them all together, so that when they do go to the club, they don't have that rivalries that stopped Rio Ferdinand and Lampard and Gerrard winning the World Cup and stuff.
Yeah, because when you are in a national team, my opinion is that forget about your club for a moment and concentrate what you have to do for your country. This is what we always did, And being the national team for all of us is like, the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
It's like the best moment in life for a football player, for somebody who grew up on the street, playing football with friends and so on. Imagine that one day to become a football player, and then you are in the national team. Hey, come on, I'm here now, represent my country. It's a moment for me that I take full responsibility and achieve the common goal. Yeah. I think this is the most important thing. Forget about the rivalry. If we play against each other in the last weekend, but imagine we a couple of times when we went to the national team, the players. I remember the first few times I've been to the national team. I was playing Brazil. I was there, only used to play the local leagues and the Brazilian Championship. And when I arrived there, I see the players talk about Champions League. I say, what is all about the Ato?
Yeah,
I don't know
what they're talking about.
But I don't know. I didn't know exactly what was, the experience they've got here in Europe. When I came, despite the fact, I was here, other players were in different leagues. But when we were there, just concentrate in Brazil, what we want to achieve together for us as an individual, but for as a team, and also deliver something good, bring something back to the country. This is what we always had in mind.
Yeah. That brings us on to this next shirt.
Oh,
the famous yellow jersey.
oh, this is great. This is not,
So,
this is from, let's see. This is from Copa America, no, South Africa again.
so Confederations Cup.
Confederations Cup, South Africa.
So we've got a white, yellow long sleeve Brazil jersey.
Yeah. Now he see my name is not Gilberto because we had another Gilberto, the left back from Hertha Berlin.
Right.
And I put G Silva. Yeah. But yeah, this is the point. I think for us being the national team, this is quite nice. Oh, I missed that.
That's good, man.
Oh,
Man, I'm sure you should put it
it's
on.
great.
If I was me, I'd be wearing a different one of these shirts just around the house. Racing bombs on, different shirt every day.
No, this quite hard now to change. But listen, as I told you, and being the national team is like something. Is the main goal for a football player in Brazil to get there, to be successful, win trophies, and when I had my first experience, I didn't want to miss it all. I want to take the best out of it as much as I could, and because if you go for the first time, you don't do a good job, you don't come back.
Yeah.
There were so many players, plenty of players, maybe better than me. What makes the difference is how you go there, how do you approach your opportunity.
Was that what you were the first time you were called up, the first time you went to the camp? Is that what you were thinking? I just got to make a good impression. Doesn't matter how, if I don't play very well, I've got to behave like a Brazilian player. Yeah,
of course. This is what you must do. Because when I arrived, imagining, I was very shy, played for Atlético Mineiro, and arrived in the national team having Ronaldinho was the youngest player, but he was flying.
How old is, what's the age difference between you and Ronaldinho?
I think 1 or 2 years, maybe 2 to 3 years. Okay. But he was the youngest one. And then you have like Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Ronaldo.
This bloke.
Yeah. Kaká was still young. I think my first time he wasn't there. And Rivaldo, Vampeta, many other guys, Serginho from Milan, many other, Dida, Marco. Those guys, they were, and still my idols. No, these guys I just mentioned, they were my idols. I watched them play, for Brazil. We were there cheering to them. We expect them to win their games, qualify Brazil for the World Cup. Then I had my first selection back in 2001 in November for the last 2 games of the qualification for the World Cup in South Korea and Japan. And arriving there, for me, was quite intimidating. To see all these guys, I was like, wow, those guys, I'm going to meet Ronaldo, I'm going to meet Cafu. What do I say to them?
Especially Cafu, I guess.
Yeah.
See, he was a proper, obviously, Kaká and Ronaldinho are legends, but they were much younger than you. They were younger than you.
Yeah.
Right? So now you can make Cafu.
Cafu, Roberto, and Rivaldo, for example. Emerson was there, the captain. But all those guys, I've before I arrived there, I've got a big respect to them, and they were my idols. Watching them from where I was before, and then I have an opportunity to be there. The first thing, you don't know what you expect when you arrive there, but it's about to have a right attitude, good behavior, on your approach when because they observe you, not only the training.
You're an example.
You're an example, in the training session, how you approach in the training session, when you had to run or only do the run. You used to do quite a lot in Brazil, long runs and so on, and the technical training, and also your behavior when you are not trained. The dinner, the lunch, if you are, let's say, a team player, not a player, how can I say, for the group.
Yeah.
If you can enjoy everyone, who can be part of the team.
Bring something to the group.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So it's immense pride, basically, when you see your name on the back of this yellow shirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's a big pride, it makes me proud. I think make all my family And it's amazing, Tim. You know why? Because growing up, the place I was when I was a kid, I grew up, would be quite impossible to achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I grew up in a very small village. My father used to work in a switch cane factory.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were so far away to get close, not about Brazil, to play for Atlético Mineiro, for América Mineiro, our first club. We were so far away.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, it's quite impossible. Mm-hmm. But then you have a chance to play for your country. Mm-hmm. It's something, massive.
Yeah. So you must have been not only proud, your parents must have been so proud, but also the whole kind of town and village as well must have been. Has there any, since you, has there been any players sort of getting close to the success of you, or any players that have made it professional from your sort of town?
I don't know exactly. I've heard, since then that few young boys, they went for a few clubs, but not been successful. But I don't know, maybe few of them have gone somewhere. I didn't get notice of them, but I wish, at some point somebody have a good career out of football. If it's not easy because growing up there, you don't have much infrastructure to help you. The facilities and the good coaching training. It's not easy. You have to be, let's say, very self-disciplined to work hard. And nowadays you find opportunities, because if you stay there, you're not going to have much opportunity. You need to live somewhere else and for a trial or whatever,
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if the house is on fire, the kids are safe, the wife is safe, everybody's safe, is this the one shirt you would save?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to bring it.
Nice. You're wearing it. You're literally wearing it.
Find it. Hey, come on, let's get my shirt and get out of home.
Right, so...
this is a good friend of mine, Elano. This we saw when...
Man City?
Yeah, Manchester City. It's a different time from Manchester City when I think they start to, have the investors, something like that. I don't know which year was that. Yeah, does not say. But anyway, Elano is a very good friend. We had many opportunities to be together in the national team. He's a very nice guy, and now he's a coach. He's good. I'm glad he's still. He's a coach in a small club in Brazil. I think Inter de Limeira, if I'm not wrong. Okay. But I hope he succeeds. He started his coach career at Santos, I think a few years ago, 2-3 years ago. And now he is like the manager. He's the manager now, on his first job in this position. He at Santos, he became the first one who, he became like, not exactly the manager, like
coach?
The play coach, how am I gonna say? When the manager got sacked, they promoted interim coach, but then they brought somebody else, and he was not officially appointed. But now he is having his opportunity. It's nice, man.
Yeah.
The national team many times together.
Nice. You've done Lucas Leiva and Alado.
Yeah.
Alano, sorry.
Yes.
Where are we going next?
Let's see. This guy here.
Juan.
As you can see, many of those shirts are from the Brazilians.
Yeah.
Chained together.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have played against Juan.
Champions League, is this? Oops. Yeah, Champions League. I might call that.
Looks like
Champions League.
Champions League or
Europa? Yeah. Champions League. So this is Roma.
Yeah, it's Roma. I'm struggling if I played against Juan in this competition, but I don't think so.
It's quite thin. And all the other quite heavy.
But I think because of the material of them, it was always been quite slim.
Yeah.
Last, I don't know, 10, 15 years. Yeah. Quite slim, very slim.
It's interesting because Roma changed their logo.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but Juan also like Elano, and was a big friend.
Yeah.
Big friend of mine. And I'm just trying to remember if we played against each other. But anyway, if not, I think we saw up the national team. It was quite common. We do this to each other now. Oh, bring your chart because we didn't know if we're gonna face each other in the Champions League. But
so
he's a nice guy.
He's doing a podcast back home with his Gilberto shirt. Not knowing he's
played you. when he sees this, he'll call me.
Yeah.
Or send me a text. Oh, we play together. Oh, not.
No,
whatever.
We never played against each other.
Yeah. But it's nice, you know.
Yeah, he's a very slim fit.
Now he's at Flamengo, working. He's working at Flamengo. He just retired, I think, last year.
Okay.
Yeah, on his 40s. I always ask him, "Are you 40 then?" Only 40s. I'm the only one who gets old.
It's obviously laid off the desserts Brazilian camp.
But he was very classical center backs. You know, he's like play with him for Brazil, having him as one of our defenders was great because he was very calm, never got panic, and you know, good time with the ball with his head. Scored plenty of goal for us. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's quite light compared to the ones because the other ones
very light. This one is very light. And what about this one?
Yeah, this one's really heavy.
This one, Zé Roberto. Another Brazilian, as you can see, another Brazilian.
There's a common thread.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
I see. You see, it's still dirty. I wash it, but it's still like.
Goes to show a hard-working player.
Exactly. But I was trying to figure out, you know, if you play against each other as well. But anyway, with this another.
This is the Champions League one, right?
Yeah.
Champions League again. Yeah.
I remember we played against Bayern. I remember. Yeah, we played. I think we lost. We lost at Highbury. Then we went to Munich. Yeah. As Roberto, you know, we played with each other, the national team also for the Confederations Cup in 2005 in Germany, and then 2006 World Cup. In 2005, I was not the starting 11. He played alongside Emerson. He did a fantastic tournament. He was a classic number 8. He could play as a winger. He could play anywhere he likes, right. You know, because of his ability, his quality with the ball. He was an real athlete. Yeah. Could run up and down. So but also his quality with the ball was amazing. No, his skill to dribble somebody else on 1v1. He could beat anybody.
You?
He would get a few sticks probably, but you know he got a lot of quality for sure. If I was going to play against him on 1v1, I would face a lot of difficulties to stop him because he got a good quality. He's a good guy, good person. Now he's working at Palmeiras, and I don't know exactly what his role there, but it's good to have all this type of players, you know, involved in football, work for a football club, because with their experience and they can be a role model for the younger players.
It's incredible how heavy it is.
Yeah, you see, when you compare to this one from Rouen and this one. Even though, for example, you see Adidas. This is Adidas from Arsenal.
This is the new Arsenal shirt this season, isn't it? You can't bring any others because they're framed, aren't they?
Yeah. But if you compare those, these two is
through that.
Yeah, you can see. But this one is quite heavy.
Imagine when that gets wet.
Oh, don't know what's going to be. What else do we pick now?
Should we just we're getting down it? So we've done everyone over here? We haven't done
Arsenal. Have done Arsenal?
Haven't done Arsenal yet.
Not yet. No? Okay. Let's do this one. Let's leave Arsenal for the moment. Robert Purges. Robert. Oh, this is when Robert moved to Villarreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played against them in the Champions League. Yeah, later on we played against them, and oh, it was great. Robert is a very nice guy, you know.
You're still good friends with him, aren't you?
Oh yeah. We meet each other, you know, occasionally, sometime, you know, on Arsenal events. He's a lovely person, and play alongside him at Arsenal was amazing. And not so nice played against him
No.
at Villarreal because of his quality, but he
So
was,
what did he like
was
to play
amazing.
with when you're at Arsenal? What does he like to play with? Was he just because you were a defensive midfielder? Were you kind of what is he one of the attacking and creative players that you were helping to support by doing your role?
Yeah, I think the kind of players we have, you know, with different styles, one support each other because, for example, in my position, I knew exactly what I had to do to give this kind of players like him, Cherry, Dennis, Wiltor, Cano, Freddie, the right balance for them to score goals or create opportunities. And this how, for example, the balance we had in the team was fantastic because we have this, the balance at the back, you know, in the middle, and these guys up front, they made the difference. And by Robert, for example, was not so easy to play against him because he was a right-footed player, play on the left. And many times people expect him to go on the left, he come inside the pitch. People expect him to go inside, he goes to the left.
So both-footed.
Exactly. Was not, he didn't have like maybe the best cross with his left, maybe, but many times he did a good delivery with his left. But people sometimes, he made people confused because he was right-foot play on the other side. And also when he come inside and make the kick the ball and the goal was amazing. I think he was so special to see the way he hits the ball. With the curve.
Yeah.
But if you ask him maybe to change opposite, I don't know if he could do that or like this, you know.
Yeah.
But the way he used to do was so special and so easy for him. He made a huge impact for us. And
did he join after you, or was he there when you
before? When I came, I think he was injured because he was injured for the World Cup in 2002. I think for 2002 he was not there for France, and I think for France was very bad because he was in form when he got injured. But it was great for me and having this opportunity to play against him. Such a nice person, great player.
One of the best players you played with?
For sure, one of those.
Would he get in the Brazil team?
Well, of course, I believe he would get a chance to be in Brazil's team. It was hard, you know, compare this time because, for example, in France they had a very good team, and he was there.
Well, they won the World Cup.
Exactly,
before you, didn't they?
Exactly. And I think 4 years before, and he had won the World Cup with France. And 4 years later, I won, and we had like France, a very good team, and would be nice. And I remember when I was at Arsenal, many teams compared Arsenal with Brazil, who was going to win, you know, if they play against each other. This game never happened, but it would be interesting to see, you know, the quality of the both teams, and but we have a good memories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
perfect.
Fantastic.
Right, we'll say the red and white of.
Oh, this is my beloved Arsenal.
Yeah.
This is great.
Nice to see you got the latest shirt, because this I remember the colour from the JVC days from like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite light compared to the other one from Gilberto, as we spoke before. It's nice, you know.
So what does it make you feel when you see the red and white? Does it bring you back to times when you first joined them?
This for sure. It brings me back, you know, from the first until the last day at the club, and bring me back, you know, all the good memories, and it's amazing because it's still quite fresh when we start to talk about all these things, and the great time I had with the club, with the players I played with having Arsene as a manager, and yeah, and the good feeling you keep about it. I still in touch with Arsenal, still do some cooperation as ambassador. From time to time, I still going to the Emirates to watch the games. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, plenty of trophies as well now.
Yeah, we had like a good time now for 6 years. There is few trophies. We had one. One is very special, and being invincible for the club was some special moment in my life.
So how many trophies did you win when you were there? FA Cup?
Win 2 FA Cups and
Community Shield, which you didn't know
Community
you're
Shield, I
playing in.
think 2 times. Yeah. This is the first one against Liverpool.
Was it?
When I talk about it to people now, they "Oh, sure you didn't know? Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. I said, you should not tell people. I said, I cannot hide this.
You told me now.
Yeah.
But I know.
It's too late after you.
And then did you won Premier League?
On Premier League, 2 FA Cups and two, I think two Community Shield. Yeah.
Nice. I heard a rumor that there was a rule going around that it's the captain decides whether you wear long sleeve or short sleeve. Is that right? Or did you not know about it?
No, yeah, I've heard, but we didn't have this.
No,
not with us, because I've seen some of the guys on Patrick a few times had long sleeve, some others with short sleeve, and sometimes opposites. We didn't follow this. I've heard about it for some English clubs.
Mm-hmm.
They had this specific rules, but we didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Did you play in the year they had the burgundy, like the dark red shirt? Because that was back to the old.
Oh yeah, I think it was 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the original kit, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's quite nice. Nice. Really nice.
Nice.
Really nice. We had a very nice picture of it with Arsene, some of the guys who do different kind of formation. Here,
Right.
I'll try. I try to get.
You do it next time.
Yeah, the next time I show it to you.
Down to the last 2 shirts. Where do you want to go first?
Let's go for Kaka.
Not only an iconic player, but an iconic kit.
Yeah, I mess up a bit with his t-shirt.
So, still dirty.
Yeah, Champions.
Champions League.
Yeah, still dirty.
Kaka. What was he like to play with and against?
Oh, well, sort of play you could rely on.
Yeah.
You could rely on, on the person, and also on his ability, because we knew having him fit, for the games, he would bring us something special. He was so powerful on his run.
Is he quite tall?
Yes, quite tall.
Player, like
me, a bit more maybe.
Yeah,
and quite fast. Got power on his leg, on his movements. He could beat many opponents, on his run with the ball, but with good ability. He was quite fast,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when he arrived in the national team, so young, he was like me, one of the few players played in Brazil who joined the national team for Japan and South Korea World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the youngest one in the squad, and many times everyone make fun of him.
Really?
Yeah, but because he was the youngest one, some of the guys, the senior guys, and but he's such a genuine person, and a really, really nice guy. And it's great, to have, after this World Cup, while very young, he had a fantastic career at Milan, and then in the national team, being one of the main players of the national team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's the best thing you've ever seen him do with the football on the football pitch?
Well, for him, as a player, many times watching him, play for Milan was amazing, because his strengths, when he got the ball, and pass one opponent, pass to one opponent, to one of his teammates, and get the ball back on the move. And the movement that he used to do was amazing because he always asked for the ball, give him the ball, give him the ball. You know, I always ready to play and deliver something else. Try to get forward fast as he could, and with his speed, his power on his leg, you know, he could make it quite simple, simple for him, not the
not the rest of us human beings.
For the opponents. For the opponents was quite hard, but you know, it's as I said to you, this is for me what is my let's say my opinion about Kaká as a player. He was so special, but outside the pitch, you know, he's a fantastic person, fantastic person, friendly. He can be fun. He can be naughty sometimes, you know, make some fun on each other. No, because
who did the best prank in the Brazil national team?
He was the one who made a lot of prank with Júlio Batista.
Really?
He always had something to say about Júlio Batista. Always, because they played together at São Paulo when they were young and grew up together. They are very, very good friends. But I always have something, you know, something you remember and put on the table for everyone to laugh about Júlio Batista, about something fun he did, you know. But he's a nice guy, you know, such a genuine person.
Nice.
He's not. I don't think at the moment he's.
Did you see him recently? I remember you saying you saw him.
I saw him last year on my graduation at UEFA for the UEFA MIP course, and he's now part of the MIP Group 3.
Okay.
And there is some other Brazilians like Júlio César, the goalkeeper, and who else? Mamma mia, I just missed the name. Arthur, the goalkeeper who played for Benfica. 3 of them are there doing this course. And I hope to see him at some point, you know, in a position. Yeah, he's back in Brazil. But I don't know. I think in the future we are going to see him somewhere.
Get him on the podcast, do an interview.
Yeah. Come.
Get him to bring a clean shirt.
Bring him. Yeah, bring the clean. Well, okay. Sign the shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign the shirt or frame it. Yeah.
Nice. And then here we go.
This is the last one. I'll leave the last one for Roberto Carlos. This is Roberto Carlos. This is a big idol, big friend. We became good friends with the national team together. And occasionally we see each other doing in the same events, you know, sometimes with FIFA, sometimes some other things, some commercials.
He's obviously cut it off at the bottom.
Can you guess why?
Too short and fat.
I think the t-shirt was quite big for him, quite long.
It's amazing though that you think the first team for Real Madrid, a Galactica, and he has to cut the shirt. You wouldn't think that was
but this is I think it's the best one I have seen in this position.
Ashley Cole, maybe?
Yeah, Ashley was really good too. And but Ashley really loved him. You know, when we used to talk about Brazil national team, when I came to Arsenal, Ash loved Roberto. And by the way, he had a very good career too.
Yeah.
Roberto Carlos, you know, he was unbelievable, amazing player, amazing person, and now he's still at Madrid.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
he went he went to Turkey. I think he did something as a coach. Where was that? Was in Russia, in a club, but now he's back at Madrid, and it's nice. Right? No, he was fantastic.
Powerful.
Fantastic. You remember a nice free kick of him against France?
I was just about to say that. Were you in that? You went in?
No, I was not there.
Just before you
started. I was too young.
Yeah,
I was too young. They are old. They are old.
Yeah. So how much older is he than you?
I don't know exactly, but I don't think it's too much. He started in Brazil when before he go to Palmeiras at a club called União São João de Araras. he did a great job, and then he went to join Palmeiras, and then went to Italy. I think was quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
But at Palmeiras, when he started there, they had an amazing team with Rivaldo was there, Djalminha, wow, some good players, many good players.
Yeah,
and yeah, this is the last shirt.
There you go.
Last t-shirt after. Well, these are a few t-shirts I just brought, as you asked me. But there are plenty of, if if I bring all of them, I'll need at least 2 big suitcases, at least.
Nice. Well, I'll send you a list next time. You bring the other ones back. This thing was still dirty.
Yeah.
I love the fact that the shirts are still dirty.
Exactly. Despite the fact, I wash them, but it's still dirt from the grass, some sand,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is what makes this special.
Yeah.
Because that has been used.
You kind of
exactly.
show that he's cut the bottom off.
Exactly.
But it's nice to have. It's also nice to have these things to look back on.
Oh yeah.
Enough to show your kids.
Yeah, of course. When you see, my son just arrived. He was sitting there watching, and something. And sometimes when they see some t-shirts I have at home, they have a look, and they didn't say much, but I think they feel proud of. Yeah,
I think so.
It's good.
Amazing, right? And if that wasn't enough, we've got these medals. It's quite unbelievable. You've lost the FA Cup.
Yeah, I think it's my parents' house. I think I was embarrassed to
take everything
to ask him.
Wow.
Because the last time I went, was he gave some t-shirts and I took a few things, but I think for the men I said no, leave it for the moment.
Yeah.
Don't take everything.
Yeah, I think we'll let him off.
Yeah.
So let's go. We'll work back down. So we've done them in reverse chronological order. So the last medal you won.
Yeah.
Was Copa Libertadores.
Yes, for Atlético Mineiro.
Atlético Mineiro 2013.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can even see that, but decent sized medal. Quite heavy.
It's quite heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite heavy.
Still smells of champagne.
Yeah.
So what does this mean to you?
This.
I suppose the end of your career, right?
Well, the end of my career, basically, and return to Atlético Mineiro and win the Copa Libertadores. It means a lot for me and also for the club and the fans, because it's the main trophy in the whole history of the club. Despite the fact they won the Brazilian Championship when it started, and some other trophies, but this is the biggest one, and after a long time, such a long time waiting for a major trophy. And this was so special, having also for me an opportunity to play with Ronaldinho Gaúcho. He was there at Atlético Mineiro, and once again we worked together and won a trophy. It's
good combination.
It's a very good combination. This was my last year, the last year of my career, and well, it's amazing to have the picture of this moment, and something to look at because I want to play another season, and I didn't play because of injury. I had some injury, but I don't look on my injury. I look at these good moments I had with the club. I think this is
easy when you won stuff like this.
Yeah, but for example, get my focus on this. Don't put my mind on the maybe think that I didn't play again. I want to play, but because of injury and so on. It's like you anchor something because you didn't play, but this is more important for me. Having this in my mind, something fresh. This was great great way to finish the career.
Yeah,
but
next one, Panathinaikos. Well,
yeah,
this because it's real writing that I don't understand.
I cannot read this Panathinaikos. I can understand, but I hope so. Yeah, but
so what was Super League?
Yeah, the Super League.
Greek Super League.
Greek.
So a tough season.
Yeah, it was quite tough. And Panathinaikos, I think there was quite this year particularly. We won the double. There is
Where's the other medal then?
yeah, the other medal is the parents.
Okay.
The parents.
Yeah.
I cannot take everything, from them.
No,
It's step by step. Otherwise, I get some sticks. But this was very special because after Arsenal, I went to Greece, and some people will not really understand why Greece, But I remember when I went to Panathinaikos in my last season at Arsenal, I didn't play much, and 07, 08. And 08, I went to Greece, and full of expectation. As I mentioned before, a lot of people waiting for me, a big expectation there. And the first season, we didn't win anything. The second season, we won the double, and the league and the cup. This one, I think, was last time it happened was about 15 or 16 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite a long time. This was quite special.
Mm-hmm.
Arriving there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Next one.
This is the Confederations Cup, South Africa. 2009. This was great because we played the final against US team.
Mm-hmm.
Was a very tough game. They scored 2 goals in the first half.
Right.
We won the game 3-2, but what was the relief is because before the halftime, Luis Fabiano scored our first goal, and after we scored the other 2 goals. But it was a tough game. They offered us a very tough time on that day, and but we were resilient in that game, and we fought back in the second half, and we equalized the game. And I think that we had the winning goal with Lucio, if I'm not wrong, by head, the cross from Elano. And but it was a tough time for us. We faced a very difficult game, especially in the first half. The way their approach in the game was fantastic, was unbelievable. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good.
So that's 2009. So then we're down to Copa America, 2007.
This is quite similar to that one.
Big, yeah.
South America, you see, Copa Libertadores. Just the
It's the heaviest one out of all.
Yeah, it's
really
quite heavy. This Copa America is like Eurocopa here.
Mm-hmm.
Is in South America is massive. This was back in 2007. Was amazing. For me, it was very special because I was the captain of the team in this tournament. Lucio was not there, and
so you got to lift the trophy.
Yes. Me and Ruan. The hard thing for me in this tournament, because I didn't play the final, I was suspended, and it was quite tough for me, to sleep out, and not being played the final. But anyway, you have to support your teammates and encourage them the best way. And they had a fantastic game against Argentina, and they did a great game. They did a great game. It was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's 2007. So you were averaging, 2013, 2010, 2009. So I think you average a trophy every 2.5 years.
It's not so bad. Not so bad.
And then 2005.
Yep. Germany. Confederations Cup. Again.
So you...
Against Argentina. Again. Yeah, I was not. The last few competitions we played against them, our record it's amazing against them, because then after I'll tell you later. I can tell you later or can tell you now, but we won the Copa America against them in 2007. 2005 we beat them in Germany in the final 4-1. I didn't play the final. I was not the start 11, but we beat them, and in the I think it was 2003 or 2004 or something like that. There was a Copa America, I think in Peru.
Okay.
In Peru, if I'm not wrong, but I haven't been to this tournament. Was just after the World Cup. I don't know if it was year after World Cup in 2003 or was 2004. Not so sure now, but I haven't been. And they beat Argentina. They were leading the game until few minutes to the end, and Adriano scored the goal. You remember this goal? He just hold the guys and hits the ball and equalized the game in the last final minutes, and Brazil won on penalty shoot. Was amazing. And since then, the sequence of three finals in a row, Copa America twice and Confederations Cup, was not good. But let me tell you something about this one in Germany. We beat them 4-1. There was something that is we did enjoy very much, and on that day before the final, when we were arriving to the stadium to train for the last session before the final the next day, the Argentina team was just coming out the stadium in the bus. I remember that Carlos Tevez did a very bad gesture.
Right.
I'm not gonna say exactly what was it and how was it, very bad. And we were looked.
Who's that? Carlos Tevez.
Carlos Tevez. And start laughing, made a gesture and laughing. Everyone got very upset with that. Okay, but just okay, no worries. Tomorrow we see each other. And the next day, yeah, of course.
That final was dedicated to Carlos Tevez. Look what you did.
Great motivation.
Look what happened to your team because of you.
Exactly.
So in 2009, you playing against Messi?
2009.
That was against Argentina. Was Messi?
No, we played the final against US team.
Oh, sorry, US.
Yeah.
Wait, and he wasn't playing for, it doesn't play for America, does it?
No. 07.
Yeah. He can't be too young, no?
He was quite young.
No. So have you ever played against Messi?
Yeah. Played a couple of times.
Cristiano,
yeah, a couple of times against Portugal.
Yeah.
The other day I found out a very nice picture of me and him, some battles against Brazil and Portugal. It was quite a nice picture on Instagram. Oh, I'll try to find out and send it to you.
Send it over to me.
Yeah. Nice. Quite nice.
So then we come to the big two.
Yeah, it's a big two. Wow. This, I think Arsenal fans.
Yeah, we'll be loving that.
Especially
if we hold that up next to it.
Yeah. Yay. That's quite a long time.
Yeah.
That's not.
So two.
Yay.
There you go.
I think that's quite a long time now. Yeah. Arsenal fans still miss something, to celebrate, like the Premier League. This is very special because being unbeaten for the whole season was something very special. It's hold a special place in our hearts, I think, for Arsenal fans and for the club. And this team was very special for the quality of the players, but also for the quality of the human being inside the dressing room, the coach staff, the people around us. In the training ground, especially because we were there every day. But it was a great time, it was a fantastic moment for all of us.
So what's this trophy, what's this medal mean to you? Does it mean hard work? What do you kind of feel when you see it and look at it? It's quite impressive.
Well, it means hard work, resilience, patience to deal with the frustration, because the season before this one, we were, let's say, leading the competition, and then in the last, I think, 8 games, we drew a game against Blackburn, and since then we never played the same way again. Then we started to draw the games and lost the competition to United, and it was very disappointed to us. And when we start to play the season, we won this medal. Us, and before the season, said on the press that he believes that the team had a condition to go all the way until the final unbeaten. This was quite a pressure to all of us, We done that not because he said that, because we just want to play football. We just want to win the games. We love being together and go out on the field and get the result. We had like the right mentality.
Mm-hmm.
All of us, we love to win the games. We love the battles. We love being there out and work hard to bring the joy for all the fans. But also we enjoy being there, and was a great time, great moment.
Brilliant. And I guess the last one, we need to bring out this shirt, really. Is it Justice? So I'll hold the shirt. You do the whole work, so you get to hold the medal.
Do you want to do it?
Go on, I'll put it on.
Do you want to do it?
I have to. Here we go. So this is me putting on the World Cup winners medal. This is pretty. Well, it's extraordinary, really, isn't it? I mean, how does it make you feel? You won it. I'm just wearing it.
Well, I still don't really know how I feel when I see this. When I think about it, enjoy it.
Let's keep it on, mate. It fits well. Yeah.
Do you want to put it in? Do you want to put it back now?
No.
On me?
Yeah, okay, put it
in. Thank you. Now just go. Go, that's all. Yes. Wow.
So again, it's been a while since Brazil, like Arsenal, it's been a long time since they won that. Brazil, it's been a long time since they've won a trophy, no?
Yes, it's a long time. You know. Yeah.
Put this one on.
It's a long time.
Yeah. So
you see, he loves that.
So yeah, so what does it mean?
And
you're in now very small.
It's still sometime really hard for me just to say the exact word. What does that mean? When you win it? It's a mixture of feelings, good feelings, but it's very difficult to describe. Giving one feeling.
It's almost different every time you look at it.
Exactly,
so
every time.
You feel proud.
Well, you feel proud, you feel happy, and then you start thinking about all your pattern to achieve this, you know,
sacrifices.
And all sacrifice. You think about your families. You think about how proud the people in your country felt when we won. It's a mixture of all of these things together. But it's difficult to describe, put all this feeling in one word or in one sentence. It's like, but what I can say that is like, when looked at, say, we have done a fantastic job. We have done what people in Brazil expect from us, to bring the trophy to the country, make them proud. And forget about many problems the country face, the people face, and have this time to remember. Yeah.
Fits you well. Looks good.
That's good.
Right. I mean, it's quite an extraordinary collection of things. There's not many things you haven't won, right? And I think you'll probably sacrifice all of it for the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
The World Cup has got to be the pinnacle.
All right. Of course, this is the major one. Of course, this is the major one, but all of them have a special meaning.
Yeah, of course.
Have a special meaning, for different times. And being a play for Brazil, every competition you play, you must make sure you are on your best, because the expectation is so high. But also, win in Greece, due to all the rivalry against the team, Special Olympiacos, and was something great. At Atlético Mineiro, for example, win this trophy after such long time without a major trophy was something very special. I think on different times, an important meaning for all of this. Yeah.
Well, mate, I'm so pleased that I asked you to bring it over. I wasn't expecting anything like this. I was expecting maybe your T-shirt, and I was pushing it to see if you're going to bring the FA Cup, the World Cup medal. So, mate, it's been incredible looking at this stuff. So thanks a lot for bringing it over, mate. I know it's a lot of hard work.
I told you I would have a surprise for you.
I'll bring my most improved player 2019
That's good.
Next year.
Fantastic.
Mate, again, mind blown. I saw it when we came in. I saw the shirts on the side, and then I saw the medals. I genuinely, as a grown up, I got goosebumps. So you must get some similar feelings when you see the stuff, no?
It's amazing, every time this is, for example, the medals. I'm now thinking which place I'm gonna put them, frame them, whatever. They were framed, but I decided to change, and because then I moved house, and I didn't want to leave them somewhere which was maybe not safe, because it was my hometown where we have a house, weekends house. I say I cannot leave it here, but now.
Just wear them all day. If it was me, I'd be wearing them all day.
I think I'm gonna put like somewhere, put in a frame where I can see, my kids can see, I can show friends. I think people are curious to see something, but I put somewhere safe in my house that sometime I used to go there and see and touch them. I say, oh wow, it's quite nice. But I think it would be good at some point put them somewhere in the house where people can see, and also for me to see and bring me these good memories.
I think kids would love to see it as well. My son would love to see all this sort of stuff. Certainly FA Cup, Premier League, with that stuff, it would just be blowing his mind. I think it would be nice for other kids to see it. Other people to see it, right?
Now your band can have a chance to see the World Cup.
There you go. Maybe him and one pick up where his father didn't fail, where his father failed at. But yeah, mate. So I think the podcast is overrun as usual, but hopefully you all guys will all agree that it's completely worth it.
That's good. Well, was the surprise about
mate. Appreciate
this friend.
Thank you very much.
But also for you guys, I hope you appreciate that. Just something about all the stories behind the t-shirts and all the sacrifice we made, because the point. Apart from showing all these things for all of you, is for you to understand that behind all of this, there is a lot of sacrifice, a lot of effort you have to put in on a daily basis, working hard. For the younger ones who wants to play football, make sure every day when you work out, you make yourself proud of what you do on the pitch, on the training ground. But despite that, if you are an athlete, or you want to become an athlete, a football player, whatever sports you want to do, make sure you do it properly, because the life does not give you a chance to, if you don't do things right, to come back, do the replay, for example. And behind all of this, the logic behind all this to show it to you, apart from a big surprise for my friend, but there's a lot of work behind it. There's a lot of dreams, a lot of sacrifice.
Here, right?
Exactly. There's a lot of dreams.
There's a lot of dreams.
Dreams of the individuals, as you can see here.
Dreams of nations.
But the nations, of families, friends, all the people involved in this, the players and the families, everyone made a sacrifice to make all this kind of thing happen. And but it's important for the kids, never give up. I think for the younger ones. Yeah.
World Cup winners' medals will be yours.
Yes. Listen, I'm gonna, if you allowed me, I'm gonna put it again.
Yeah.
Just for people understand that you can never give up about your dreams. Doesn't matter what kind of dreams you have, if in sports, in life, on your studies, whatever, just go for it and work hard. As you can see here, behind all these things I'm showing you, there's a lot of work, a lot of effort. And make sure every day you follow your dreams, put all the effort on it, and I'm sure you have a lot of chance, and the world, it's amazing. The life is great. And I hope you get the best out of it, all the sacrifice you made. It's a little bit of how all this came together. Hope you like, my friend.
Mate, brilliant. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Nice.
It's not a bad way to finish. Yeah. Bring back the World Cup on the chest. Hope you enjoy. Thank you very much. See you next podcast.
Okay.